Well, isn't this a treat, let me tell you. I just filmed that 77 Chrysler New Yorker over there. Nice chocolate brown. The interior is so chocolate brown and gorgeous that I would want to eat the interior. It is so amazing. And then we've got this T-Bird here of the same ilk. I think it's a 77 or 78. 79 was the same thing, but the grill was a little bit... I think the grill was a little bit different. I only made this body style 3 years, but I was just talking to a friend of mine about these cars the other day, and they sold thousands and thousands and thousands of these T-Birds because it's, from 73 to 76, they were humongous. And after the oil crisis, those cars suffered in sales, man. So they shrank them down, the T-Bird. Oddly enough, maybe about the same size as when they first came out in 55, of course. At that time, you know, 55 and this doesn't compare whatsoever. It's just like, it's like comparing apples and oranges, you know? Boy, it's too bad this thingamajig, whatever the hell it is parked so close to it. But whatever, look at this. It's the original automobile condition because we have the original dealer tag here. It says Concord Ford in Roxborough. What? Roxborough? Wow, that's the first time I see that. I can't believe it. I had wonderful years as a kid living in Roxborough in the Waste Island. And Roxborough now is known as Roxborough Pierrefonds when they merged, and I hate that because to me it's still just Roxborough. Yeah, so, all right. Well, she's driven, she's enjoyed, she's dirty, you know? Right on. And it's not hard to see why these cars sold. They sold like, oh my God, let me think, the 3 years? They must have sold over 100,000 of these in 3 years, I think, or close to. I mean, I think in 77 alone, they must have sold like 45, 48,000. I think even more than that, actually. And one of the things that people loved about these cars, well, they weren't as humongous as before. You had this cool design here, you know, with kind of a bar over the roof, the little window. And
yeah, you keep on fucking saying things and changing it, like fucking your asshole friend Buck.
That guy talks like me, man. I've tried not to swear as much in my videos as I used to, but that's how I talk. I mean, you know, people are offended by it. I mean, Christ, I hate to say it, but even my nieces watch some of my videos, I think. So it's all the more reason for me to cut down on the swearing. Okay, what I wanted to say is that, well, for one thing, the car is in great condition, but you can see it's had some touch-up done, some repaint here, right? Hood ornaments missing, typical city car. Exposed headlights, just like the concealed headlights, just like that New Yorker there. Let me give you another shot over there. Man, you know how rare it is? I see two oldies, American, big gas-guzzling, earth-killing machines like this that I've loved all my life parked on a fucking city street. You never see that practically anymore, man. Because people are afraid of these cars. Unfortunately, that's what it comes down to. You know? Fuck, if I wasn't visually impaired, I would have like 8 of these cars. Okay, you know what I mean, at least 2 or 3. Now, on the other hand, at that time, you had the Mercury equivalent, which was the Cougar. And my grandfather had a 77 Cougar, and I liked that car. As you can imagine, it was chocolate brown. It had kind of an orange interior, it had a white vinyl top. It had a 351 Windsor in it. Whenever he started it up, it was like Uncle Buck. The fucking motor was carbonated. So when he started it, this huge plume of black smoke would come out. Right on, man. That is awesome. I was just going like I said, on the bus there to go do some train spotting, even though I'm taking a risk because it's too windy today. Oh, I love that beautiful red interior. God forbid you should have an interior that color in a car from today, babe. No, today's fucking cars are so cheap. Every interior is gray or black. It's almost a miracle. My father-in-law was able to buy a Toyota Highlander with a, I don't know, chamois colored interior or whatever you want to call it. It's one of its finer points. And that's all the more reason why these cars need to be preserved and restored as much as possible, if possible, wherever they are. Because they are symbols of the past, the good old days we always call, because they'll never make them that amazing again. It doesn't matter if it's too big. It doesn't matter if it's bad on gas. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the principle of their design, the style, the way they feel, the way they look. And look, there's a bike here completely in primer. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I'm tickled pink. I'm going to keep moving on here, and let's get another look here. Yeah, not a lot of mileage on that one, that's for sure. The interior is often the sign you can tell the condition of a car, even more than the exterior, because fabric wears out. You know, it gets torn and discolored and all that shit. So, buddy, if you own these cars, you see these videos, well, good for you, man. Stay old school, brother. Bye.